Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Keep your questions coming in. Find me on every single social network. My favorite lately has been Snapchat. Add me, username Dan Sfera. Also email me, Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com, or call and text 949-415-6256. I'll keep your questions anonymous, like this one. So this one's from someone who has a job interview for a hospital for a research assistant position, which is what I recommend everyone who wants to get their foot in this industry and has any kind of medical background. Okay, you don't even need a college degree. You can be a medical assistant and be a research assistant, work your way up to a coordinator, and then we get into the debate of can you be a CRA or not. I still think there's a way to do that, but CRAs, they're growing, they're hiring, but there's a lot of competition from college grads. But you can still be a site or a study coordinator at some point, and even a site director without a college degree. I know many who are site directors for large research organizations, and they make really good money. We're talking like multiple six figures a year, no college degree, okay, and they all got started as a research assistant. So thank you for taking my advice there. So he has the interview tomorrow, so hopefully this can help. You've been brushing up on topics of clinical trial phases and how the industry works. He just wants to know more about the preparations needed for the interview process. The position involves a database management, data analysis, and site initiation process. And also they're using a software, which I have no knowledge on. I look forward to hearing from you. So it sounds like you're going to be a research assistant for maybe a CRO, which is actually even better. You can work your way up to being a project manager if things work out for you. Or if you have a college background, definitely a CRA. They're going to ask you why you want to join this industry. If you have no experience in the research industry, they're going to ask you what you do know about it already. They want to see if you've done your homework. They want to see what your background is as far as what kind of work you did before. You're talking about doing some data analysis and maybe data entry. You're talking about database management, which seems like managing the EDC systems, data analysis, site initiation processes. So I'm assuming it's a CRO, and they're going to have you checking EDC. They're going to have you checking their internal databases to see how many subjects each site have enrolled, the queries. They're also going to be having you help out with the site initiation process. So I can probably help you most with that, with the two things revolving around the data management and the data analysis. Hopefully, I'm assuming you have a background in this, so you can talk about how you did that for your other organization, even if it's in another industry, or maybe that's your background, because that easily translates into any industry. You can be doing that for Wall Street, you can be doing that for a CRO, you could be doing that for big corporations in real estate, in anything, okay? The future is all about data and data analysis and all that stuff, so that won't matter as much. You want to talk about your skills and your experience with that, but when it comes to site initiation process, okay, I'm assuming they're going to have you help out with regulatory submissions to the IRB on behalf of sites. So a lot of sites use central IRBs. So what you're going to have to do is prepare templated documents of 1572s, financial disclosure forms, investigator brochure receipt acknowledgments, protocol review signature forms, IRB informed consent forms, templates for each site. And you're going to have to work with each site on making sure that they fill these things out properly before you guys send it to the IRB and the FDA for approval. So a lot of back and forth with the sites on, hey, you didn't fill out this form correctly. So those are the forms you need to know. The 1572, the financial disclosure form for every investigator involved in the study, the investigator brochure receipt and acknowledgement, the protocol signature page, and I'm probably missing a couple other things. Oh yeah, and then all the IRB stuff that the sites have to submit, like all their questionnaires. So That's what I'm assuming they're going to have you do. In addition, you also got to get medical licenses from each site, DEA licenses if necessary, CLIA waivers from each site. So all the regulatory stuff that goes on prior to a study starting at a site is what you're going to be having to do. I've worked from my end at the site level with many people like you who have helped out with the initial regulatory startup stuff. So hopefully that helps. I don't know anything about these databases you're using. The one, I don't want to mention it, but I've never heard of it. But if you stick to what I talked about, I think you should be alright. Okay? Let me know how it goes. This is Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Take care.
Yeah.